Welcome back to TPAAsports.com. In this particular video, what I'd like to do is kind of take you through the Who's Coming page and how your registration affects that page, or how your registration works on or in that page. Now, to get to the Who's Coming page, since we're already logged in, we can go down to the Tournaments tab and we can get to it here. If you're not logged in and you're an outsider, I say an outsider, somebody that's not a coach just viewing the site, you can look at the Who's Coming page by the menu selections on the TPAA events menu selection, or the tournament information menu selection, or if you recall in the very first video in our home page, down the far left hand column, about midway down through the page, we have a series of kind of one jump menu selections there, and there's also a Who's Coming link button there also. But since we're logged in, we're going to get to it through the Who's Coming menu selection here, and it takes you to the Who's Coming page. Now, if you click on the down arrow, you'll see a list of every tournament that we have. I'm going to scroll down and see the sample tournament because that's the one that we happen to join. Click on Who's Coming button, and lo and behold, our Who's Coming page pops up. Now, these pages for these tournaments are dynamic. They're ever changing. As teams register, as teams join, as teams pay, you'll see all that interaction take place right here on the Who's Coming page. Now, typically the format is, you will see the name of the tournament, the playing divisions, the venue, and then it's broken up by divisions: Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. And as teams begin to join, those divisions will be subbed, or they will be parceled out into playing ages or grades. Okay. Now wait a minute. You say, hold on, I joined the tournament. Why am I not here? Well, if you recall, and I'm going to hop over here real quick, back to tournaments, my teams that I've joined. Remember, we talked about the J, the A, and the C. The joined, that is the date and time that you joined. Now, what happens to someone that hasn't paid, remember we chose the pay later function, is that you go into a queue, and we have to review that queue and basically approve, that's what the A stands for, approve you into the bracket. Once you are approved to play in that bracket, you will then appear on the Who's Coming page. Once you have paid via PayPal, or once we have received your check, you can follow that, because you will then be confirmed into the tournament. You'll be confirmed into the tournament, and yet another date and time stamp will appear. Okay. Now let's see how all of that reacts to the Who's Coming page. Back over here. Now, at this point in time, I'm going to stop the video and go over onto my administrative side and approve this team into the bracket so you can see how that plays out. Stand by. Okay, I've hopped over to the admin side and I have approved the Dallas Knights to play in this tournament. Now, you can see kind of what happened here. In the Division 2, the D2 division, now we have a 4th grade division. Now, all the teams listed here will be unconfirmed. Basically, what that means is you've joined the tournament, but you've not yet paid. Okay, you've joined but not yet paid. Now, I'm going to stop the video again, and I'm going to go back to my admin side, and we're going to pretend that you sent me a check, and now I have received it, and I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, I've hopped over to the administrative side and confirmed the Dallas Knights into this tournament. Now, before I refresh the page, what I also took the liberty of doing is joining some more teams into this tournament so you could really see how this Who's Coming page works. So I'm going to go up here and hit my refresh button and let it connect, and should populate. Now let's look at this. You can see that we went from Dallas Knights sample, we went from unconfirmed to confirmed. So right now, if you were to take a look at this Who's Coming page, the Austin Hoops and the Dallas Knights have actually paid, and they are currently in this bracket. You can see the Dallas Bandits, 8th grade team, the DeSoto Jays, the Mesquite Stars, the Dallas Bandits sample. Those guys are in the bracket. They've been approved to play, but yet they've not been confirmed to play. Okay. Now, again, this thing is dynamic. Every time somebody joins, this page updates. Every time someone pays, this page updates. Okay. The other thing that you will see is open. What this means over here is that this bracket is still open. Okay. Once we close it, once I reach my maximum number of teams, it will say closed. And we can no longer take any more teams. Okay, so if you see open, you know that there's still slots or places available in that bracket. Once it says closed, we're kind of done at that point in time. Okay, and check this page often. This is one of the most important pages on our website, and it changes again every time somebody enters. It changes every time somebody pays. It changes. So check back often. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take you back to the registration page. I'm going to add another team while we're offline, and I'm going to walk you through joining a team and paying with PayPal all at the same time, so you can kind of see how that works. So we'll be back in just 1 minute.